Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Tuesday, September 2nd, around 10 p.m. Mountain Time 2025. The 32nd lava fountaining episode since New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, has occurred at Kilauea. We live stream hours of it, 11 hours of it, absolutely spectacular. And it is also the 166th anniversary of the Carrington event. We've got a lot to get into as geomagnetic storming continues. Buckle up, Buttercup, and keep calm. It's boom time. A strong cold front set to bring back that fall feeling for the rest of the week. Tropical storm Gabriel could form later this week, but could recurve in the Atlantic again. What does that mean? Well, there's a very high probability we're going to get a major hurricane here. It looks like it may hit Bermuda and then as it curves back out to sea, and then it curves back and hits the northeast. Here we have it on the models there. Maybe Cat 3 here. Direct hit to Bermuda. There's Bermuda, that little tiny island out there. So on the current model, it's a direct hit straight across Bermuda, and then it curves back for a glancing blow on the entire Northeast and a direct hit on the Maritimes. So we'll keep a close eye on that for you. And a look at tornadohq.com live severe weather map shows tons of storms across the central U.S., just no severe weather warnings. Good news there. We need the rain. We just don't need the destruction. And now the full forecast. Hot temperatures in the northwest U.S., excessive rainfall potential in the southwest U.S. That's where we are. Hot to extremely hot daytime air temperatures remain in place across coastal Southern California and the interior northwest, with the northwest carrying the potential for record-breaking high temperatures. A combination of monsoonal moisture, tropical moisture ahead of a tropical cyclone Lorena will bring a marginal risk of excessive rainfall across the southwest U.S. this week. Bad news for Ruidoso. And good news for us because we are in a drought. So let's run the models through. Here's Wednesday, and you can see that snow system in central Canada there bombing out on Thursday. Friday here. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and by early Tuesday, you can see the East Coast going to be getting a deluge here early next week. Wednesday, Thursday, that potential hurricane comes in the picture here, smacks Bermuda directly, and then rafes the Northeast with a direct hit on the Maritimes. That's going to change. These models are 10 plus days out. So follow us for all the updates. Let's take a look at what's coming in to the southwest here. Total accumulated precipitation. We do have a tropical cyclone that's going to be moving up here and enter Arizona. And so that's kind of what we're worried about. These areas are parched. And when you get some heavy precipitation like this, especially moving through the area of Ruidoso, that's bad news there. Especially when it's getting up to 4.5 inches, which is showing here on the models. So prayers for Ruidoso, southern New Mexico. Holy macaroni. This could be terrible things developing here over the weekend, Friday and Saturday, September 5th, 6th, and 7th. And there you go. Flooding potential for the Gulf Coast as well later this week. And that includes Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Take a look at that. What a tweak. And guess what's happening? Snowfall is on the map. So we've got snow returning to Canada in just a few days. This system will be Wednesday through Thursday. And then we've got some snow in the Rockies. Yeah, rapidly developing here in the second week of September. A September to remember as we could be seeing some record totals up in the north here this winter. A landslide kills hundreds in Sudan. The actual number is now 1,000 plus. Just one survivor from these villages. The landslide leveled a village in remote Mara Mountains. A local rebel group said its leader appealed for urgent help, saying it's a nightmare. Well, it is. Everyone's dead except one man. That's it. So, there you go. if you build mud houses on cliffs, expect the worst. Seismic update, no quakes of note. Moderate uptick in activity worldwide, especially around the Ring of Fire. And that brings us to worldwide volcano news for the 2nd of September. We've got Fuego volcano to 14,000 feet today. Ibu puffing and passing as well. An eruption was reported. Reventador to 14,000 feet. Ducono to 6,000. Semeru, who knew, now you do 14,000 foot blast. Fuego, sporadic emissions happening there. And the 30-second lava fountaining episode started at Kilauea today. Hey. We've got Semeru to 14,000 feet. Kilauea to 7,000 feet. Ibu to 7,000 as well. Why do they all erupt to that height? Reventador, possible volcanic ash. Ibu to 7,000 feet. Ducono to 6,000. Fuego, possible volcanic ash. Sudan, 6,000 foot puff there. And that wraps up worldwide volcano news for the day. But that doesn't wrap up the 30-second lava fountaining episode at Kilauea Spectacular. So the main fountain exploded in vigor around the 7th hour, and then a second fountain behind it began shortly thereafter. Let's see if we can pick up some of that footage. We had to switch cams during the day. There you can see that secondary and a tertiary and a quaternary. 4 fountains visible here. Holy macaroni. An absolutely amazing display, and we live streamed it on Twitter at X and also on Oppenheimer Ranch Project on Rumble. And we will re-live stream the rest of the eruption after the show tonight. On this date in 1859, one of the largest solar storms in recorded history took place, known as the Carrington event. It began on September 1st with a very large solar flare that we estimate somewhere between X60 and X80. And Richard Carrington witnessed the actual flash and recorded what the sunspot group looked like. The flaring continued for over 48 hours, which led to a huge solar storm of epic capacity. The following day, a geomagnetic storm of tremendous strength began lighting up the night sky as if it was daylight. People were reading their newspapers at midnight in Cuba because of the aurora. Telegraph lines began surging with electricity and burst into flames, and bright red aurora were seen as far south as Cuba and the Caribbean, just like I said. Here is the massive sunspot group in question. And well, the good news is we haven't had anything like this in 166 years. The periodicity of events like this is about 150 years, so we're long overdue for the next Carrington event. The bad news is that the world we live in is a technological world filled with electronics, and the entire planet is going to light on fire, and we're all going to fry. All the electronics will fry. There will be no internet, no grid, no satellites, no nothing if another event like this happens in our lifetime, which means you need to be prepared for a multi-year glut in everything. All the stores will be closed. There will be massive unrest. 80% of the population will die in the first 3 months, and it will be chaos on Earth. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Hopefully it won't happen in our lifetime, but unfortunately the time is ticking. And it seems like in the next decade or so, another event like this is going to happen. And the bad news is our magnetic field is 20% weaker than when the Carrington event happened, which means this event is going to have severe effects on infrastructure, way worse than back in 1859. And now we're experiencing another solar storm, very low level, thankfully. It was just some M flares. Cannibal solar storm sparks dazzling northern lights across Europe and North America last night. Take a look at this. Northern lights over Whittledine Ponds in Northumberland, UK. Hey, gorgeous. And the geomagnetic storm had a re-accentuation just 6 hours ago because the BZ shifted south. It's coming back north, but we are still in geomagnetic instability. Just low level. So low level activity up in northern Canada perhaps tonight as the storm wanes. Now, how to watch an asteroid fly uncomfortably close to Earth on Wednesday. An airplane-sized asteroid, 2025 QD8, will come within just 136,000 miles of Earth tomorrow. Holy macaroni. Just looks like a little dot there. This image shows asteroid 2025 QD8 approaching Earth from a distance of 1.18 million miles on September 1st. The asteroid, size of a commercial airplane, I guess that's 300 feet wide, maybe, will skim past our planet on Wednesday, September 3rd. Asteroid 2025 QD8 has no chance of hitting Earth, but its brief proximity will allow scientists and even you a rare opportunity to observe a passing asteroid at very close range. The Virtual Telescope Project 2.0 will host a live stream of the flyby starting 7 p.m. On Tuesday, September 2nd. This astronomical program, overseen by the Bellatrix Astronomical Observatory in Italy, uses remotely controlled telescopes to provide real-time observations. And that's up now as we can watch the asteroid. Look how tiny it is. It's just like a dot. Come to Earth. So support the group there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Support the group there, and let's see if we move this forward.
If you think it might rain later.
Okay, no, we're not screwing with any of that. So go get it. Near Earth Asteroid 2025 QD8, very close encounter observations. And speaking of observations, we've got the largest interstellar object ever in human history coming into our inner solar system. Here's the current position of 31 Atlas. Inside of Jupiter. It's going to be heading inside of Mars by October. This is the beginning of October. By October 30th, it will make its closest approach to the sun and will be very close to Earth. If this is an electric comet, this could be mind-blowing. It is going to be between the Earth's orbit and Mars's orbit as it does its flyby, October through November. This could be a Halloween beyond reproach. If this baby lights up, this is going to change history. We haven't had an electric comet come into the inner solar system, especially an interstellar one, ever. And this could be groundbreaking stuff. So buckle up, Buttercup. Anything can happen in the next few months. Just like silver blasting past $40 today, almost hit $41. What are you waiting for? You need to convert one of your IRAs into precious metals. You need to diversify. There are very strong signals that the stock market is about to collapse in the coming years, the next few years. It may even happen this year. The dollar is crashing. Precious metals are swelling to the all-time highs. Gold has hit its all-time high several times this year. And silver is headed towards $50. Hedge your bets, protect your retirement, and get into precious metals. They always win. Trust Gold Co. Get your free 2025 gold and silver kit now. No obligation. No penalties for converting from stocks over to precious metals. Just all stability. Yeah, and diversification. So go get it. And the 36th annual Creststone Energy Fair is fast approaching. September 11th to the 14th. Nurturing resilience. I'll have a seed bomb clinic every day for the entire event. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from noon to 1. So go join us at the Creststone Energy Fair. And if you want to come for free, if you're on a limited budget, just become a volunteer. Work a shift here or there. You get fed the entire 3-day event. And people will put you in place where you can stay for free. Yeah, you can sleep right on the ground in your own tent. So come to the Creststone Energy Fair. The longest running sustainable energy event on Earth. Yeah, 36 years now and going strong. This is going to be the biggest event ever. And that's a boom to knowledge. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Half of you watching are unsubscribed. We're trying to hit 100,000 subs this year and we need your help. Hit that subscribe button, please. And most importantly, be safe. We love you. If you want to watch commercial free, become a Patreon for as little as 50 cents a month, I think. And you can watch all of our content on all of our platforms in one place, commercial free. Be safe. We love you. And that is a boom.